One, two. Hey guys, DJ the Guildmaster here with Foreign Gamers Guild. Play another game of Star Wars Legion with Markof here at the shop. Little caveat from our last video: Markof had paid the upgrade points to have an additional shore trooper, so he should have 5-man squads as opposed to 4 when we played. So we corrected that. Here's our board with a little industrial center. Connexes. We put some barricades in, little fortified area, landing pad in the corner, AA gun. So I'm still running that budget list from last video. The only thing I've done to that list as of now is change out battle meditation for force reflexes. We're going to go into the lists here, and then we'll go into picking the mission. I pulled some random cards and threw them in a pile. So, okay, Markov, go ahead and go through your list, brother. I know it's a little bit different from last time we played, so...
The only changes that I made from the last time is I dropped Bosk from the list.
Okay.
And brought another shore trooper unit.
Alright.
I was essentially able to let me throw on a few more upgrades on everything else, including electro binoculars on Krennic.
Okay.
Which will help give out aim tokens.
Nice.
Every shore trooper unit, which there is 4 of them now, has duck and cover.
Okay, so that's the one where you take a suppression
to gain 1 point of cover, correct.
Okay, nice. That should help them survive a little better.
And the speeder bikes have long-range comm links now.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of a must-have for those bikes. So that's basically the list then, huh?
Yes.
Alright then. So going back over here, I'm still running the budget. So it comes with Vader, with Force Choke, Force Reflexes, and Saber Throw. 1 generic Imperial officer for giving out tokens. 3 squads of Imperial Stormtroopers. They'll have the H-12 rocket launcher, targeting scopes, impact grenades, the extra trooper. They run around 79 points a squad. So I have green, blue, and red. 1 squad of Imperial Special Forces. They have defensive push, situational awareness, long-range comms, and they have the T-21 Special Force Troopers. Then I also have 1 Scout Trooper squad with sniper rifle. They have Hunter, long-range comms, and the rifle. Also a set of speeder bikes. That guy's off the base. These stands are spindly, so he busted off. They have long-range comms. And then the Scout Troopers have frag grenades and the sonic charges. So we will see how this goes. So I have a 1-point bid. I'm at 798. You're at 799.
Correct, which makes you blue player.
Again, so I guess I can pick a thing.
Yes.
I just threw these down randomly. I am going to get rid of this card here, which is this deployment, which is major offensive.
I am also going to get rid of the other deployment because I know from experience that speeder bikes do not like that deployment.
Oh, the table end, the table end. I am actually going to. I'm going to get rid of limited visibility. That kind of hurt me last time. We have a lot more terrain this time. It's kind of big, so it looks like what we're playing is...
Hold on, I still have 1 more.
Oh, my bad. I forgot that. We each get 2 apiece. Hey, what's up, buddy?
I think I will pass, though.
You'll pass?
Yes.
Alright, so our mission's going to be breakthrough. At the end of the game, each player gains 1 victory token for each other unit leader within an enemy deployment zone. Rapid reinforcements will be conditioned. That's a lot of text there.
It says starting with the blue player, each player sets aside 2 non-commander trooper units and their order tokens, marking each unit with a condition token. At the end of the command phase of round 2, players add these set-aside order tokens to their order pools. When a player draws a token with a rank that matches a set-aside unit, if there are no other unactivated units with the matching rank, they must place that unit on the battlefield beyond range 2 of all enemy units. That unit is treated as activated, and its order token is placed face down on the battlefield.
So it's basically deep striking units.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. And then...
Or just late game infiltration.
Oh, yeah. I looked at it that way. And then the last thing is regular battle lines. Alright, guys, we're going to go ahead and put our lists up, or we'll do our setup, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, we're back with deployment. I'm blue player. I misplayed right off the bat, like I told Markof. These guys have infiltrate, and since I have the first unit to place down, and since you have to have a scoring unit in your enemy deployment zone, I could deploy them in his deployment zone from the bat.
Oh, that does have to be at the very end of the game.
Oh, is it at the end of the game?
Yes, it is at the very end.
Oh, well, okay, never mind then. So, my special forces are here. Speeder bikes, officer, one stormtrooper squad. Snipers are up here, so have a good advantage of everything. Vader with this group of stormtroopers. And then I have a squad of stormtroopers and a squad of scout troopers set in, I guess, reserve. Go ahead, Markof.
Alright, same deal as last time. Speeder bikes at the ends.
Okay.
Going for the flanks.
Okay.
I have Boba in reserve, as well as a short trooper unit.
Okay.
Boba's bounty is on the Imperial officer over here.
She's right there in the middle.
And then
right there.
I have Death Troopers with Krennic, and then some other short troopers lining up against Vader and his one unit there.
Yes. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. We'll go into my first turn, and we'll be back. Hey, we almost forgot. Okay, let's see who... And... Oh, I pulled a 3-pip, you pulled 2-pip. So I did coordinated fire, 3 core units. So I only have 2 on the table. After a friendly core unit spends a name token, another friendly unit at range 1 to 2 may. And then you picked pin down. So it reads, after a friendly support or heavy unit performs an attack against a unit with a face-up order token, shuffle that token back into the order pool. 2 support or 2 heavy. Alright, looks like Markof's going to be going first. We'll be back after his first turn. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so basically these guys move up through the Connex boxes, engage the speeder bikes, actually dropped one and put a wound on the other one. These speeder bikes moved up, they dodged, they engaged the the death troopers as well as the snipers. They actually dropped 2 death troopers, one from the snipers, one from the speeder bikes. Officer moved up, threw some aim tokens. These guys got hammered by the speeder bikes and I think the death troopers. Am I correct, Markof?
Yes.
These guys here.
Speeder bikes and death troopers.
So they literally lost like almost their whole squad. Over here, they lost 1 squad over here. Vader moved up. He did a wound on the speeder bikes. And then this squad, because of having suppression, only had 1 action, unloaded everything, and miraculously dropped a speeder bike and put a wound on the other one. Pretty awesome. These guys all moved up. The 2 on the ends, over here and here, they went on standby in case Vader walked out in a killing zone. And then Krennic is doing some acrobatics over here. And he's all climbing around, being all sneaky and shit. Alright, so we got... Now this is turn 2. We cycle in our 2 tokens for our units we're holding in reserve. And the flip... Ugh. I did a push. I picked 2 units, and then you picked Krennic's 1. And there's like a whole wall of text. Go ahead and go through that.
Yeah, so after placing out Krennic's token, I will shuffle my tokens and place 3 at random on this. The 3 that are on that I can look at any time.
Okay.
And if I go to pull from my pull, I can actually choose one of those to take instead.
That's really flexible. Alright then. We're going to go ahead. Markof has first activation as well. We'll grab our tokens and we'll come back at the end of round 2. Alright, that was the end of turn 2. A lot of crazy stuff happened. So These guys moved up. They readied.
That makes sense.
My speeder bikes flew up, engaged death troopers as well as this squad. We knocked them, and the snipers. We knocked them down to one guy left. His speeder bike was here. My officer actually one-shotted him with a pistol. He had one wound left anyway.
Yeah.
Over this way, he pummeled this stormtrooper unit. One guy's left. Vader kind of moved up, threw his saber, and knocked out the other speeder bike unit. I'll go over our deep striking at the end. So they usually moved everybody up here and engaged this poor guy with 3 units. Krennic finished his climb over here. Death Trooper just raided himself. Now for deep striking, Bobo like a boss, deep struck over here into my far corner, and then a squad of shore troopers dropped in over here. Then my deep striking units, a scout unit dropped in over here to help put pressure on this, and the stormtrooper squad dropped in over here to help hold this corner, to force Boba to come out, or force him to swing forces around to deal with them. We're going to go on to turn 3. I should grab my card first though, huh?
This is not 40K.
Where's my cards?
Oh, DJ.
Huh, I'm recording right now, Evan. I'll talk to you in a second, okay?
Sorry.
Let's see what I want to do here. We're going to... Now the whole shop gets quiet when I ask. I'll talk to Evan in a minute. Okay, we're going to pick this one. Are you ready?
Yep.
I picked a 3-pip.
2-pip.
When Darth Vader is issued an order, he gains 1 dodge token. When Darth Vader activates, each enemy trooper unit at range 1 to 2 gains 3 suppression. And then you picked Fett's 2-pip ability?
Yes, which gives him his flamethrower.
Oh, nice. And Fett's pretty fast, but it might take him... I don't know where he's going. So, alright, we'll be back with turn 3. No, that was a pretty wild turn. So, Bobo jumped over here, shot the officer, missed, flamed these guys, and killed 3 of them, which really hurt. My speeder bikes moved up, killed that last death trooper. Stormtroopers moved down off the platform. These guys kind of fired, as well as the snipers at Fett. We actually did 4 suppression to him and did 2 wounds. But 1 suppression just fell off at the end of the round. Vader took a wound. He moved up, force choked a dude, sliced one with his saber because he doesn't surge. And over here, these guys moved up and they engaged my scout troopers, which killed 2 of them. But I ran up and I threw a demo charge basically. It detonated, threw 2 suppression on each of them, and actually killed 2 of them guys. So I'm kind of being a pain. Krennic moved to the back and shot my speeder bikes, but actually missed. This will be turn 4. We're going to go ahead and reveal cards, and boom. I revealed Vader. At the end of Vader's first activation, he starts for 1 rune to shuffle his order token into the order pool. During Vader's second activation, he performs 1 fewer action. And then Clayton picked core units 3. So I know what he's trying to do. We're going to go ahead and we'll grab up our tokens, and we're going to go on to turn 4. Alright, that was a crazy turn. Fett kind of stayed here. Killed that Special Forces unit. Shot the officer. Missed her again. Snipers engaged. All these guys engaged. Managed to put suppression on him in 1 wound. Stormtroopers moved over. They engaged the 1 shore trooper unit that was here, killing all but 1. Speeder bikes moved up, I believe.
Left 1 model and this left 1 model.
Yeah,
and this
left
unit
that
here.
1 model unit. And then MVPs, the scout troopers don't get a lot of love. Luckily, they survived, and I pretty much suicide bombered them. I engaged this unit that was here, killing 4 of them with my pistols. Then I threw a demo charge in the middle, detonated it, killing one of my own guys, killing that unit, and then I believe suppressing this unit here. Vader moved up, and because of his token, I could recycle it back in. Killed this unit with a force choke and a saber throw. Moved up in the range here. He only gets 1 action. Vader has relentless. Moved up in the base here, killing this unit. Krennic did some funny stuff. He jumped down, shot the stormtroopers, and killed 2 of them actually with his pistol. We're going on to turn 5. And we will see what... Oh, we're going to flip over cards. Oh, pending doom. I picked standing orders. I picked 1 unit.
Okay.
So what's a pending doom mean?
Each trooper unit gains 1 suppression. So literally every unit on the board except for the speeder bike.
Okay. So everyone gets suppression.
And because it is either turn 5 or turn 6, because this is turn 5.
Correct.
Each trooper unit gains a 2nd suppression.
Okay.
So everything gets 2 suppression now.
Okay.
And basically makes people start to panic.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's throw our suppression down. Wait, I actually get... No, you get to activate a unit first.
Correct, because I have a 3-pip.
And I have a 4-pip. I'm probably going to end up picking the speeder bikes, honestly. So, all right, let's see what happens. We'll be back here at ball and turn 5. Wow, that was a really brutal game. Fett and mine is actually...
We have still 1 more turn.
We have 1 more turn left. Fett, I did a bunch of suppression on him again. That stormtrooper unit there ran away. Everyone here kind of passed their leadership because they're high enough. These guys unloaded on Fett. I think I did 1 more wound to him. Over here, these guys moved up. Vader moved up. Scout bikes moved up. I put 3 wounds on Krennic this turn. Yeah, this is the final thing. 1.
And my 1.
Okay.
And I have priority on the last turn.
Correct.
So on a shield, I will go first.
Okay.
No ball. No go.
Okay. Alrighty then, so we'll be back. So we ended that game. Another 3-2 with Markof. So because you gained 1 point for...
I get 1 point for Boba being back in your deployment zone. Plus he got his bounty at the end of the game, which gives him an additional 1.
I gained 3 points for the speeder bikes being in his deployment zone.
Speeder, Vader,
And scout troopers. So basically how it rolled up, scout troopers moved up, used their pistols, fired at Krennic, did a wound.
Speeder bike shot up at Krennic.
Speeder bikes fired their pistols on a drive-by, dropped Krennic before he could activate.
Before he could activate and also take out his scout troopers.
Yes, because they would have killed him. Vader scooched in. Snipers actually put 1 more wound on Fett because it's last turn, though, his combat stims kicked in. That's twice I've come that close to killing Fett.
Well, last time was Boss, not Fett.
Oh, that was at Boss. And then after he killed the officer, he lassoed these guys, basically. They failed their leadership, but since they're immobilized, they don't move and they can't do any actions. That's game. What do you take away from this, Markof? Like, this is a more... I think this is a better example of a better mission for both of us.
Yeah. Speeder bikes you definitely have to be careful with. They can be maneuvered easily, even with the previous rules of them having to compulse first.
Yeah.
However, you do not want to leave them in the open early game. Because you finished them off, what, turn 2?
Yeah, I got extremely lucky. I just had enough firepower to drop them. Even with, I think this mission really highlights about having some sort of specialty unit to drop in. I kind of mismatched my special forces. They died horribly. But my scout troopers, I've said this for a long time, they're a really good unit. They're just super hard to use.
Yeah.
This happened to be a mission to where they,
Excel at.
oh my gosh, like the fact that you can throw a mine, detonate it, which we're going to look at errata to make sure that's how it works. But they literally crippled all three of those. Actually, there was 4 units back there, wasn't there?
Yep, there was 4. Between them and Vader. Your speeder bike did a little bit of work into the 1 unit, but it was mostly Vader and the scout unit.
Literally, and that just, even though Vader's one of the oldest units in the game, he's still a force to be reckoned with if you can get him in there.
Yeah.
And honestly, the one turn where you had 3 squads light him up and only do 3 wounds, even without a dodge,
Yeah.
really, really hurt. Really hurt. He's just a monster. But like he's slow. That took the entire game just to get over there. I don't know. I like this budget build. Your list's actually a budget build too.
Kinda, yeah. Did the math, at least with Boskin instead of the 4th short trooper unit, it was
It's like 190.
190 something, yeah.
Yeah, and you're not counting the starter box in that math either.
No, because I don't run anything from the starter box.
Like, see, like pretty much half of this army is starter box. That's why. Plus, I factored in paints and everything else and extra
I did not
cards,
factor in paints.
that's trivial. But I think I'm gonna run this list one more time, except I'm gonna plug in some different things.
I think I'll try this one more time as well. I might swap the electric binoculars that I put on Krennic for emergency stims and find a way to fit them in there.
Yeah. I just got extremely lucky. I thought Vader was gonna die in that gallery of death over there. I just got lucky. The dice gods happened to smile upon me today. It was still a close game though, because it's 3-2. It's still like it's not a blowout. Not by any means. Fet's just super hard to deal with. Vader's super hard to deal with. And they didn't face off this time. So not this time. All right, guys. If you guys like what we're doing, go ahead, share it with your friends. I'm not gonna say all the whole spiel about like and subscribe. If you guys like it, just like it. But all right, guys. This is DJ the Guildmaster and Markof signing off, guys.